We scroll, we like, we share every single day, but behind every click, every heart, and every scroll lies a system that's quietly learning everything about you. This is not just about what you post, it's about who you are becoming. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll uncover the hidden truths about social media, the ones that were never meant to reach your feed. From secret data markets to invisible psychological triggers, this is the story of how social media rewired humanity without us even realizing it. Because this isn't just a story about technology, it's a story about us, our habits, our desires, and the invisible strings that guide them. Let's start with the hard truth. You are not the customer, you are the product. Every like, every pause on a video, every half second your finger hovers over an image, it's all recorded. Platforms don't just sell ads, they sell attention maps of your mind. Facebook alone collects over 50,000 data points per user, from your political leanings to your mood cycles. Your phone's sensors, location tags, even your battery level all feed into predictive models. But where does data go? It's auctioned in microseconds in what's called programmatic advertising exchanges. Companies bid to show you an ad before you even realize what you are about to see. This is not surveillance. This is behavioral control at scale. Your data doesn't just tell companies who you are, it tells them who you are becoming. They can predict when you will feel lonely, when you will likely to spend money, and when you are emotionally vulnerable. And in that moment, your feed changes, not by chance, but by calculation. Have you ever wondered why you can't stop scrolling? That's not an accident, that's design. In 2015, engineers at major social platforms began using a system inspired by slot machines. Every time you refresh your feed, you trigger a variable reward, an unpredictable outcome. Sometimes you see something funny, sometimes shocking, sometimes comforting. That uncertainty keeps your brain hooked, chasing the next dopamine spike. Psychologists call this the dopamine feedback loop, and it's the same principle casinos use to keep gamblers pulling levers. The more time you spend, the more data they get, the more precise the system becomes. And when it learns what outrages you, what comforts you, and what keeps you anxious, it feeds you more of it. That's how outrage spreads faster than truth. The algorithm isn't biased toward lies, it's biased toward engagement. And that engagement isn't neutral, it shapes your perception of reality. It decides which voices you hear and which ones are buried. The algorithm becomes your lens, filtering the world one post at a time. If information is power, then attention is the new oil. Every second you spend on one platform is a second stolen from another. So they compete not for your money but for your mind space. This is why notifications are red. Red triggers urgency, danger, alertness. That's not a coincidence, it's a psychological weapon. The longer you stay online, the deeper your digital twin becomes, an AI version of you that knows what you will do next. And that AI doesn't just predict behavior, it influences it. From elections to consumer habits, social media has become the world's most powerful persuasion machine. One like at a time, shaping what you buy, what you believe, and who you become. This is not a fair fight. On one side, you with limited attention and time. On the other, billions of dollars in research, algorithms, and design psychology, all optimized to keep you from looking away. The battlefield is invisible, but the war is real, fought inside your mind. We often talk about addiction and distraction, but the real cost runs deeper. Studies show how social media use increases anxiety, depression, and loneliness, even though it was meant to connect us. We compare ourselves to highlight reels, we mistake followers for friends, and the endless chase for validation leaves many feeling emptier than ever. There's also the environmental cost. Data centers powering social media consume more energy than the entire airline industry. Every selfie, story, and stream leaves a carbon footprint, invisible but massive. The truth is, we have built a system that profits when we are distracted, divided, and dissatisfied. And as this digital tide rises, one question remains: what happens to a generation raised inside the algorithm? When your first thought in the morning and your last at night is a screen, who are you when the feed goes silent? So, can we escape? Not by deleting apps. They have already changed how society functions, but by becoming aware. Awareness breaks control. When you understand the design, you see the pattern, and once you see it, you can choose differently. You can control your feed, not the other way around. Follow consciously, scroll intentionally, unplug occasionally. Because the real rebellion is not against the algorithm, it's against forgetting who you are without it. Maybe it's time to reclaim silence, to sit in moments without the need to share them, to find connection in the real world again in voices, not posts. Because beyond the noise of algorithm lies something they can't measure or monetize is authentic human presence. Social media isn't evil, it's powerful, but power without awareness becomes control. The question isn't whether you will use it, it's whether it will use you. If this made you think, pause, reflect, and share it consciously. Because awareness separates just like algorithms do, only slower and more meaningfully. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious, stay conscious, and don't forget to log back into your life.